So much that I could say about this is why black people have had it with guys like you. With guys like you, sir, with your fake ass, horrible looking ass dreads. You look like a fucking fool. And not only do you look like a fucking fool, you are a fucking dumb ass, inbred degenerate. That's what you are. A fucking loser. And you deserve everything that I'm fucking saying to you because I'm so fucking tired of people like you that want to sit up here and want to indulge in our culture. Dreads belong to black people. That's why your shit looks so shitty now. It looked like he got fucking dreads in his hair. He looked like one of them those white boys that be wearing, that be trying to wear the dreads and shit. Man, I told you in another video, they look like fucking fools. I don't get y'all. I don't. They want the culture. They want to walk. They want to talk. It's not cool, man. They want the walk. They want the talk. But then yet you go vote for dump. Do you even know who you are? That's a conflict. Your hair and you and everything else is a conflict of interest in voting for a man like Trump. Do you really think he give a fuck about you with your stupid ass? You are a stupid ass fool. Dump and his peers that's like him, they look at white men like you as dirt. And you need to fucking hear it. Yes, you might share the same skin color as him, but he still look at your ass like dirt. And that's what you're finding out right now. This goes back to what I say on a few videos ago. Men like this, and not just white men, black men too. They don't want to read. They look down on education and reading. They too fucking lazy to read. This stupid motherfucker gonna say, I thought you weren't a politician. So what you mean is you trusted a businessman? Are you dumb? You trusted a slick willy businessman. That's what happened. You trust a businessman like he was any better than a politician. Shame on you, man. And the guy in this video, he right. It's gonna be a whole bunch of videos like this coming from these motherfuckers. Why even make the video? Keep your motherfucking shoulda, coulda, wouldas to yourself. It's your dumb ass fault for not reading. And you want to know how I know? These people, they talk about this bill. They talked about the bill and shit like that, but they don't want to read it. Because many of these people are Comcast customers too. And if you know anything about Comcast, I ain't going too much into it because I don't work for the motherfuckers no more. Thank God. But these people, they come in, they get these packages, they don't even read the shit. You know, Comcast had to go to a system where you have to check a box saying that you've read what you are ordering and you have to hit the agree button. No longer can you just call, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. Because that is where America is at. These people don't want to read nothing. Yeah, they know you're not going to read that bill. That's why they create these big ass bills, right? With all this shit up in here. Because they counting on people not to read it. In the video, he talking about something. Oh, the fine print, the fine. That's how we know you didn't read the goddamn bill. Because there is no fine print in the bill. You just didn't read it. You want to know how I know people don't read stuff? We talking about bills, right? Okay? I've worked customer service for a certain amount of years. I cannot tell you, I've worked customer service on the phones over 10 plus years. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard a customer, yeah, I got the bill, but I don't read my bills. What? Are you dumb? This is where America is at. Laziness. Don't want to read. I talked to a man on the phones the other day. I told y'all in the last video. Man didn't even want to write the information down that he needed. Didn't even want to write it down. Then when he get off the phone, he ain't wrote it down, so you know he ain't gonna do it. No, it ain't gonna come to pass. Then when your shit get cut off, now you call him, you should have fucking followed the directions. This is the problem with this demographic of, and it's not just white men. It's not. It's black men too. It's white women and it's white women too. It's Asians, it's Mexicans. This generation, my generation, they don't want to read. They don't want to read. See what the fuck he talking about.
All right, Trump. That's not cool, man. No tax on overtime. Well, I'm just now finding out that no tax on overtime is not no tax on overtime. There is tax on overtime. It's no tax on the half. So anything after 40 hours is time and a half. And you're still taxing the time, just not the half. And that's not how you made it out. That's not how you told us it was going to.
Of course. You want to know why? Because he's a businessman, you idiot. He's a businessman. Just like when you go to the car dealership and they try to sell you a lemon sometimes, you know, and not all car dealership men are like that. But even to the car dealership men, you know some of your peers are very fucking janky. You know this. So if you a good one out there, hey, big ups to you, man. For real. But you know, baby, it was a car dealership around the motherfucking corner from me. These motherfuckers got busted because something about the insurance. These motherfuckers like roped something on the wheels of the car and was pulling the wheels like off the car, making it seem like somebody was trying to come, like literally pulling the wheel, damaging the car. Trying to make it seem like somebody was coming in with like a tow truck to steal it. This happened right around the corner from me. They got busted. Insurance fraud. So yes, and this was a rep. This was a top. This one no, buy here, pay here place. No, baby. This was like a Chevy dealer. You know, like one of them. So, yes, you trusted a businessman. Of course. I mean, what are we going to do with these people, man?
You're doing that fine print manipulation and deceit. If you tell us no tax on overtime, that's what we expect. Don't turn into a regular, normal politician. That's why I voted for you, because
What? Don't turn into a regular, normal politician to run the country, to run a massacre, to run the whole fucking country. Don't turn into a politician, a normal, regular politician. So, sir, are you admitting that you voted for a businessman? You voted for a businessman. You got the business screwed right out of you. And you know why you so fucking stupid? Not only because you're wearing them stupid ass dreads in your hair that's unkept, making you look like a goddamn idiot. You're even more idiotic because you've seen this man in the first election screw people over. And yet, like a dummy, you went back for more. I do not feel sorry. I do not feel sorry for anybody that voted for Trump. I do not feel sorry for anybody. I do not feel sorry for you. I forgot. Hold on. Let me fix you real quick.
All right, Trump. That's not cool, man. No tax on overtime. Well, I'm just now finding out that no tax on overtime is not no tax on overtime. There is tax on overtime. It's no tax on the half. So anything after 40 hours is time and a half. And you're still taxing the time, just not the half. And that's not how you made it out. That's not how you told us it was going to be. You're doing that fine print manipulation and deceit. If you tell us no tax on overtime, that's what we expect. Don't turn into a regular, normal politician. That's why I voted for you, because I thought you weren't a politician. But that's a politician tactic, and I'm not happy. And I'm sure millions others who put in 60, 70 hours a week to put family on put food on the table for the family, to keep lights and heat and air conditioning on for their family. Because we can't survive on 40 hours. They're not going to be happy either. You need to fix this. No tax on overtime should mean no tax on overtime, not no tax on the half of time and a half. That's that small print, that fine writing manipulation.
One of my resolutions for 2026 is to watch you find out that no tax on tips does not mean what you thought it meant. I want to do this once a week. And good news is, between now and April 15th, we've got a good handful of weeks left. So, here's to some content making. That said, a couple of things. One, the fine print, there is no fine print in the bill. The formatting of a bill in Congress is about the same. And it didn't matter if it was 12.14 or 16, he knew you weren't going to read it. Because a grifter must grift, and you fell for it. Again. I say again because I know that you don't know that Donald Trump wrote the last tax plan also. So it wasn't Biden taking your money. It wasn't.
Can't turn that direction and blame somebody else. Hey, don't take your anger out on the blacks and go and hang niggas. Cause that's what you'll do. That's what they usually do. Instead of dealing with the problem, dealing with the ones who screwed them, they'll go take their anger out on others. Even though they want to wear our hair. And he looks like one of those, not this guy, but the guy that was on the last, on the video. He looks like one of those, well, dreads aren't exclusively for black people. Like, shut your stupid ass up. Go ask your ancestors. Because we call them lokes. That man's ancestors gave him the name dread locks. Because when they seen our hair, they said it looked dreadful. So that'll let you know at one point in time his people didn't wear dreads. Maybe braids, and we know that comes from Africa too. Maybe braids, but definitely not dreads.
No. That was Donald Trump in the 2017 Tax Cut and Jobs Act, where he then gave away even more of your money to the billionaires. On the billionaire note, I find it odd that you're complaining to a billionaire about you having to work 40 plus hours a week.
Like they care.
Your problems aren't his problems. Not even a little bit.
Exactly.
Why would you elect an individual that does not understand your struggle? Right? Anywho, enjoy that overtime. Thanks for the video.
And you know what's wrong with men like this? You could try to warn them and warn them and warn them, but they won't listen to you. Nope. They gotta fuck around and find out. And then when they do, they come back and they bitch and complain and piss and moan. Shut the fuck up. This is what you voted for? Swallow it. Because that's what you voted for. You voted for a pedophile. And you want to talk about you can't take care of your family? Well, how about you take your whole family to go meet that man and see and watch him look at one of your little daughters if you got one? How you gonna feel then? That's what needs to happen to some of these men like this. See, we in the black community, we already know, yeah, we love our people, but we also know that all skin folk ain't kin folk. And that's what your ass need to learn. That's what white folks need to learn. All your skin folk ain't kin folk. Y'all only band together when it's against black people. But now you finding out. And guess what, sir? Guess what? That's just the tip of the dick with no Vaseline on it. You better get ready for that shaft, because you are about to get shafted. And rightfully so, for being so damn dumb. I voted for Obama the first term, right? And so, I voted for him. But afterwards, on the second term, I didn't. I didn't vote at all. So yeah, I fell for the first black president in office, even though I knew he wasn't talking about giving us reparations or nothing like that. And then in his second term, when I didn't hear him talking about that, I didn't vote for him again. But a lot of people did. And he still was a better leader than the guy that you voted for. We are dealing with demographics of people who don't even know that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act is the same thing. That is where we're at, people. You better wake up. Somebody gonna hear, well, how did this happen? When? I just can't believe this. Because that's what Americans love to say. They love to play that role. How did this happen? When your ass was distracted with NASCAR and hockey and the Kentucky Derby and the dog racing and you're hunting and fishing and the NFL and the NBA. That's when it was going on. That's when it happened. Because you were distracted. And once again, I'm going to take it as he's a heterosexual. Nothing to say about, these Epstein files and his quote unquote courageous leader, who's a Hester Chester, nothing to say about that. Yeah, you want to talk about your family to a pedo who probably would be looking at your kids. Do you understand what you voted for, who you voted for? Do you understand who you voted for? Obviously, you don't. And this is why, man, I be wanting to say it needs to be some kind of basic skills test of some sort. Like, do you understand these laws? Like, do you understand this? Okay, well, you got a 80%, you go ahead and on the vote. Sometimes I be wanting to make it like that, man. And I know black people here, they be like, boy, you better hush up, you know. But y'all see, and that's where my own people, you have insecurities within your own self. You don't even realize it, because I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about these people that's like him. I can't tell you how many white folks I have talked to and just asked them that simple question. Do you know what Obamacare is versus the Affordable Care Act? Oh yeah, well I got the Affordable Care Act. A lot of them didn't even want to call it Obamacare. Couldn't tell me how they got it. Like, but these people get the right to vote. You guys have your precious American country. You can flush that down the drain. You sold it to a businessman. You don't get that, Dodo Bird? You sold it to a businessman. That's not a politician. That's a businessman. He even worse. He worse than a politician. Worse. Why do I say he worse? Because negotiating with different countries is not like negotiating a business deal. You're dealing with people and people's lives. That's a serious thing. And in business, yeah, but baby, no. Apple ain't creating no laws saying, somebody got to be guillotined. But I'm just hypothetically speaking. But you can see that, being created in some of these countries, laws, actual laws. Businesses don't create laws. Well, corporations do, because America is a corporation. Y'all just the last to know. And I'm going to tell you something else that you don't know, buddy. America is in a fire sale. I keep saying this. It's in the going out of business sale. Meaning it's allowing different people to come in, and I think that's why he's trying to sue the IRS. You a public figure, bro. He feel like he got that win, with those media companies. He got that win, with that lawsuit that he filed. So he feel like he could do the same thing. This is a money grab. And it's like, where is Congress at? Like, how can y'all just allow this man to parade these cards around talking about you got to pay $15,000 fee and $1 million got to be donated? Like, this is a money grab. This is a crook. How could you not see that? You want to know why you didn't see that? Because you don't know who you are. You don't even know who you are. You one of them, you don't know who you are. You don't know if you black. You don't know if you white. That's why you wearing dreads. Then got the nerve to have the dreads shitty. If you gonna rock our culture, at least keep your fucking hair up. Your ass walking around here looking like a goddamn goat. Well, hey, now it's okay for these guys to tell you the same shit that I've been telling you for the past 10 plus years. Now it's okay, right? Now it's okay for now. Then you see all these kind of revelations tell you who they are. Oh, really? And it's not revelation. It's not revelations. It's Revelation. The book of Revelation. The book of Revelation. But now it's okay for these people to tell you. So hey, I'll just, let them tell you.
Most Jewish people have no Palestinian DNA in them.
Semitic denotes people who come from the Semitic region. The Semitic region is the Arab, the Holy Land, and those areas there. And the Semitic languages are Arabic and Hebrew. The people who call themselves Jews but are not, as Jesus said, they did not speak Hebrew. They spoke Yiddish. They come from Eastern Europe primarily. They have no blood ties to the Holy Land. That is why they've outlawed DNA testing in Israel. It would prove that they have no claim or connection.
No, I didn't know that they outlawed DNA testing. I did not know that. And I probably have shared something like that. I have shared different things about DNA and DNA testing, but I didn't know that they outright outlawed it. So, that's something that's new. Because I didn't know that they outlawed it.
Into this land. They actually come from Eastern Europe and Khazaria and that region out there, and they converted to Judaism many centuries ago as a political move, effectively, and they created in the 1800s this ideology of Zionism.
Most Jewish people.
He was just,
region out there, and they converted to
look at his facial expression and everything.
Judaism many centuries ago as a political move, effectively, and they.
He just know it, huh? It does make me wonder, like, how long have you known this, and do you have any proof that you've shared this? Because I do. Oh, this is from 2017. See? 2017. Not the people who are there now. They have no blood relation to the original Israelites. Those white imposters, Revelation 2 verse 9, King James Version, come from Khazaria, Georgia, right outside of Russia. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And see, because, they like to stop. They like to stop at, well, who is the people? Because now you heard him. You heard him on the video. And he said that, they were speaking Yiddish. And he said that Arabic is a Semitic language. And Hebrew is a Semitic language. Okay. Yeah, that was 8 years ago. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Where did Islam come from? You see, that was 7 years ago. Oh, this is five years ago. Yeah. This is 5 years ago. See? Guess who was speaking and writing in Hebrew? Guess who was? Okay, so we're going to go to, you see the date, September 9th, 2017? Okay, so we're going to go, see the picture, see the nice picture of the church right there? Okay, so we're going to go to the second paragraph below that picture. And I'll read it for you. The pews located in the balcony are original to the church. These pews were made by slaves and are nailed into the floors. On the outside of the pews are markings written in the African dialect known as cursive Hebrew. And this is what their page used to look like. It doesn't look like this anymore, their homepage. Oh, okay, because this is from 2016. Yeah. Them being placed in Israel in 1948 was a scam by America and Britain after they sacrificed their own people. You can read that next part. They are Khazarian. They call themselves the snake or serpent people. See, that came from 2016. I wonder, was that guy talking about this stuff in 2016? I wonder. You know, that was 10 years ago. Oh, okay. This was from 2016 as well. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. Talking about the fake imposter white Jewish. Khazars, originally from Georgia near Russia. They converted to Judaism around 700 to 750 AD. They have no bloodline from the father. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is from 2017. See, notice how these guys on these videos, do you notice how they're all speaking, but none of them are using any scripture? None of them. I will go with the ones that's using the Bible and using the scriptures to point things out to you. Because those guys that you've seen, those two white-looking guys that you've seen talking with the nice fancy mics and everything else, you know, they're just telling you what they heard, probably from somebody like me. Because as you can see, I have received. The witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith, not giving heed to ew-ish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable, disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. Who is that and what is their fables? Who worships in synagogues? And, you know, since everybody is so familiar with Revelation 3, you know, and 9 now, I don't have to read that to you. Oh. Well, I shared some pictures here. Okay. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, you see the date, November 3rd, 2017. Oh, okay. Oh, is this their history? Is this their history? I think it is. You know who I learned this from? The Black Hebrew Israelites. The ones that you guys like to put over in the corner and act like you didn't hear any of this information from them, but I'm going to keep bringing that up. Even in this, you are still being racist. Even in this, you are still being racist. You know that you did not know this information not too long ago, but black people have been knowing this information since the 1960s. You know, that was why y'all was still hanging niggas. Y'all was still hanging niggas during that time. Well, y'all still hanging niggas today. But, you know, y'all was doing the tough back then. Y'all was hanging them niggas back then. Real tough. So while you was hanging us, our people was also on the corners telling you this. And we also told you that we are the real Jews. But even if you don't believe that part, that's fine. But we still told you this too. It's like a double-edged sword. That's why it's no such thing as a spiritual Israelite. Because that's how they plan on still telling a partial truth, but they plan on getting out of it because they're going to try to say this quote unquote spiritual Israelite stuff. But then that's going to cause a problem because there is no such thing as a spiritual Israelite. It's not. Oh, yeah, I've been sharing these pictures. I've been sharing. Oh, what is that? Okay. Oh, this is the facts. Oh, okay. These is the facts. Cause you know I'm into receipts. These is the facts that I've been sharing. You see the date, November 3rd, 2017, and I was sharing this in 2016 too. This is 9 to 10 years ago right here that I can prove. And I'm telling you, I started this journey in 2013. This is what they own. This is what they own encyclopedias say about them. See? I've been telling you. You ain't want to listen because you had a problem with the messenger. It's okay. Just know I was right in the end because I know what I'm talking about. And I didn't ask you for a dime. I never once asked you for a dime. But I do thank you for your time. I do. I thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes. These is the receipts right here, baby. These is the receipts. See, you can't lie with you can't hide from the receipts, and you can't lie with the receipts either. I done told yous. I told yous. I told yous. But you ain't want to believe me. I told yous. I've been telling yous since before 2017. I've been telling yous. When I lived in Toledo's, I told yous. I told yous. But it's not my fault you didn't want to listen. That ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. But I told you. See? And this is a credible source. This is Elizabeth Donnan. I've shared this many times. See, and they try to discredit stuff like this from Babylon and Timbuktu. But what you're going to find is these white historians and these white scholars who have tried to discredit this stuff, they were wrong. They're not right because this matches up with sources like from Elizabeth Donnan, and there are other sources who they could not deny. Ooh. These inmates was deleted from disease. Typhus. I told you. I told you. I told you. Especially that last line is true. Yep. But there were no, and that's even, you know, speculated, but I've seen it be like debated, but they were like heavily trying to prevent lice and stuff like that because they were getting their asses towed up by that typhus. I'm just showing you this, man. If you could research to find this video, man. I have recorded this video. I screen recorded this because look, today when you try to look it up, but I screen recorded it, so I still have it. But I know what I'm talking about. 2016. This explains what I post about. Revelation 2 and 9, Revelation 3 verse 9. I've been talking about this. I told you 8 years ago, you're going to go through, the church is going to go through the great tribulation to be purged. I told you this. Beth from Being Beautifully Honest, and you could check out her page, see Being Beautifully Honest, and I was just watching this, and I thought she made some really good points, and so I'm going to share, because she starts off talking about voting. I feel the same way. I kind of came to the same conclusion over the years, because my stance used to be different, but with this latest election, I did vote, and I voted for Kamala. But let's hear what she has to say.
Listen, I'm approaching these so-called political topics because, to be honest, guys, at this point in time where we are, I know there are a lot of people who are like, I don't like politics. I don't want to get involved in politics. I don't do politics. I agree with you. I'm actually at the same mindset. I've never been a Democrat and I've never been a Republican. I don't even label myself an independent, but I have been one of those people that felt like they've done a lot of shady stuff over the years when people have received the right to vote to infringe on people's right to vote. So if voting really does not matter, then why do they go through all of the efforts to prevent people and block people from doing it? And they've just
I agree. That what she just said right there, that pretty much sums it up for me and my stance on voting too, because I started to take a look, But I I always thought it was rigged anyway. And my stance was, the electoral college came like maybe a few years, or maybe a year to 3 years before we started to be quote unquote free from slavery. So to me, I just saw that as a scam, and it's like it's just another system put in place to control the outcome. So I wouldn't vote. Like I said, I voted for Obama, you know, um, his first term, but other than that, I hadn't voted since then until this most recent election.
ramped up the efforts because my frame of mind is that if you're a so-called Christian, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus Christ, and you believe in the Bible, then why are you doing all of these wicked and corrupt things to prevent people from just trying to live a life that is decent? I'm not saying every single person has to be a multimillionaire, but it seems like those who are in power, they're looking out for the multimillionaires, the billionaires, the freaking almost trillionaires at this point in time, which is an absolute insane thing to even be a thing that is real when there are all over the world people that are suffering, struggling, don't have anything. It really makes no sense that one person would have more wealth, or not even just wealth, but just have more than the majority of the people on the planet.
I agree. I agree. But it was said that it was going to end up like this. And everybody is starting to wake up now and see who is it that has that wealth.
That's just like it doesn't even make sense. And these people believe they are gods. So that's why I laugh and I just shake my head, and I will never get into even a discussion, let alone a debate or argue and go back and forth with some so-called Christian who believes that God called 45/47 to be the president of the United States when God is the creator of the world. Why is it that he would only be concerned with the United States of America? Because if your logic really made sense, then that would mean that God called the dictators of Russia and China.
Right. Right.
and North Korea and other
Right.
countries in Africa and all over, the world,
Right.
where
That is so true. And a lot of these people, they get see, a lot of y'all Christians, where y'all went wrong was, this is talking about the church. This is talking about hierarchy within the church. This was not talking about government structure. And for you to think that, it would be saying that God agrees with certain things, like, for instance, abortion. That's a law. It's I have no whatever. Hey, that's your choice. That's your body. I'm just bringing it up. I'm making an example. Okay? So God does not, he does not, this has nothing to do with God. God has nothing to do with the laws of the land. Okay? He does judges, because he's the ultimate judge. See, the government took scriptures like this and told the people, see, this right here, obey, let every soul be subject unto higher powers. And see, because I wear this black robe and I'm a judge, that means that I'm higher than you. Yeah, until they find child porn in this laptop, right? That's not what this means. This is not talking about government structures. These police officers are not God's ministers. Come on, man. This is talking about the church. Okay? For he is the minister of God to thee for good. So you gonna go take communion from the police officer, from the judge, or from the senator, or for the congressman? No. They don't minister to us. They don't even protect and serve us. Oh, well, they serve us, okay. They serve us all right, but not. This is another scripture, and I've said this before on previous videos. See, white Christian quote unquote nationalists, they take this stuff out of context. You got people like Joe Webbins, devil, white devil, may he go down to the furthest level of hell. You got people like him that believe that this is talking about government. And like what she just said, why would God only care about the Mexican government? God is going to judge this nation. One day, this place is going to be a desert. Okay? All power is going to go back to the EU from this place. When blank hits the fan, all power goes back to EU. That means that it's going to go back to the Vatican and the EU-ish people. They're going to have power for 1 hour with the beast. This place is done. You can read about it in Revelations 17 and 18. I believe it's 18. But y'all have these scriptures out of context.
the world, why is it that he would only be concerned with the United States of America? Because if your logic really made sense, then that would mean that God called the dictators of Russia and China and North Korea and other countries in Africa and all over, the world, where that person has life to the fullest, and the people who are in their realm of rule are struggling, and even to the point where some, like in North Korea, it's against the law to even believe in God. If they catch you with the Bible, you are going to get locked up. So you mean to tell me that God selected Kim Jong-un to be the leader of North Korea? You know, I just laugh when I hear people say stuff like that, because people pick it's supposed to be that way in this country, who they want to be elected by voting. If God was the one that selected it, then we wouldn't need to vote. He just select the people and they would be installed. So I just don't even buy that stuff. And I would never get into an argument with someone who wants to try to proclaim that God said that he wanted 45/47 to be the president. It's just dumb. I just can't with people. But anyway.
I agree with her. That's why I let her cook, because I agree with her wholeheartedly. Everything she said, I showed you the scriptures, and I told you, those scriptures were meant for the church. They were meant for the disciples and the churches that they established. It was never meant for the government. Right here, this shows how Nikki is a grifter, man.
So here we got Nikki with some language for the couple.
But it's all motherfucking K, cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. What? You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania.
But wasn't you just at this lady premiere? My gosh, that's pretty fake. But now, you're claiming to be a Christian, and most Christians are fake. Nikki, you going out bad. That's why she on Twitter right now. It's so funny how she's saying all of this stuff, right? Talking about as they do their ritual tonight. But you was a part of that. You did a ritual too. This was the post that I was talking about. But it's like your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take. But aren't you in this too? You're a part of this. You're a part of this. Hold on. Okay, peep how she's dressed in a black dress, and then she's acting like she's giving a confessional, blonde wig, because she's been brainwashed too. She thinks she's some Barbie with blonde hair, teaching little girls to hate what they are, what they originally are, with their hair and stuff like that. And she's talking to a Catholic priest. And you all know what I say about the Catholic Church. Look at the jewelry. The collar. The look. You took part in the ritual as well. And you should have seen how she was like singing. I'm not gonna play it on my, but you should have seen the way she was talking and everything. The look she was getting. She looks possessed. I wonder if she's still mad because they not taking her sacrifices no more.
Any girl with me today.
Well, this is the what? The what of Roman? The what? That's not a heavenly practice. And is it Roman for Romans? As in the people who killed Christ? Oh, okay.
Hello, my child.
Ain't that true? So this is Christian. This is Christian? That's Christian. That looks pretty demonic. That looks pretty demonic. I don't know. That's Christian though? Oh, okay. Looks like you was participating in the same thing that you are accusing these people of participating in. And you moved pretty fast. You drug that botch BBL up that wall really quickly. Dark priest, right? The dark priest. Look at the Catholic Church imagery. Then, she's on the altar like she's about to be sacrificed. But this is Christian. This is Christian. And then she's calling out these other people, but it's like you was right there. Are you mad because they got to go on and continue and they got Grammys and you didn't? What's the what? This is blasphemy right here when you have these people singing a gospel song, Come All Ye Faithful, while you are rapping the lyrics. You're talking about demonic possession, exorcism. It's not very Christian. And it seems like you're doing the same rituals. I don't know. I'm just pointing this stuff out. Oh, so witchcraft, huh? It was a lot going on in this performance, and this performance was horrible. This performance was horrible. It was too much going on, and then it's like, I don't know, man. But this was she been on, though. This is demonic. This is demonic. And for her to be sitting up here calling these people out, talking about they do satanic rituals. Well, baby, you're doing one right here. This is it. There go the fire. Then this guy right here, look at the red. Look at that, look like wings. And then they're dressed in all black. And then what is this? Look, that look like a demon. But it's a dancer, I know. But look, it looked like a demon. What does this stuff look like to you? Either that or she let out one massive fart. Look, cause she laying right here, right? And then it's like she farted and then the fire. Mother, did you forget about me? Mother, did you forget about me? Mother, don't forget about me. Like, get the fuck out of here. And you can see the stage wires from the platform that she laying on. Then her legs, you can see her knees is like bent and her legs is hanging. This was very low budget. Now I see why. I thought that guy was just trying to be funny and not let her perform, but maybe he was right. Shit, because this shit looked whack. I've never really watched this whole performance before because I accepted Nikki, It's always going to be Kim. Kim is always going to be queen, And so that's who I grew up listening to. And so, and everything that went down with that, Kim's been validated. And this is just tacky.
Another one. Little Kim, the queen bee. It's ladies night one. Must be Angie on the mic, the butterbean.
This is Lil Kim, Not Tonight. And this was at the VMAs, one of the best performances ever. This is a real performance. Have Angie Martinez, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, rest in peace. And then had the Brat, and then Missy Elliott. You want to know why? Because Kim was a real girl's girl. Kim was a girl's girl. She still is. And this proves that. I mean, yeah, she dominated, but she didn't want to just be the only one, you know? Because cancer's not like that. We want everybody to win. Everybody that is deserving.
Come on, baby.
Real cool.
Platinum coated rollie with the chips in the wrist. Here's a French kiss. I dismiss all you chicks. Spit 6 from the 4th, make it dance. Ow! I stay focused.
Man, Kim was so beautiful right here, man. She had the red hair, man. She was gorgeous right here. No weird shit, no sacrifices, and and Nikki could have pulled something off, like, just doing her own music, like that shit was weird, man. This is what I grew up on. I feel sorry for these barbs, man. I really do, cause y'all got, like, don't get me wrong, I can't take away from her music, cause there are Nikki songs that I like Pills and Potions, and Your Love. I like her songs like that, and it's a few other ones, but that shit that we watched before this, no sir. Baby.
Everybody over here. Never the one back in the gun. Got some other raw chicks for that. Lay your pants flat. I be's the one choking your paragraph. With laughs, get your back up on the right path. Ain't no stopping the legs from club hopping. Get smart rock on. From flavors to foods in paradise on. Booty shaking with the glass in my left one. Right hand saying stepson. To me, my girls is fancy pharmacy. To my niggas straight snitch. And to the mother Cheeto. Lady pimp ain't taking that shit. If you ain't got the gas to stack, catch a brick hole. Strictly your bell ringer. Lay another finger on this big bad worthless lady rap singer. I be the one to blame as the flames keep burning. And it don't stop. And I wanna see if y'all looking
I know they probably gonna copyright the fuck out of this video. Oh well, I don't care. I seen that stuff and I'm just like, you know what? It definitely needs to be shown, even if whoever see this video, because even if white folks was to see this video, it's like in hip hop culture, it wasn't always bad. Like, yeah, but these girls is also performing. But guess what? The Egyptian women, they used to dress like that. Our women used to dress like they used to, but it wasn't like sluttish like how it is. I could so totally see a African princess wearing what Left Eye wore. I could see that. Because it's our culture. I know somewhere on that continent you will find, because it's our culture. And so I just don't, for those who have eyes, let them see. For those who have ears, let them hear. Okay? If you are spiritual, you see the difference in these two performances that I'm showing you. Okay? And we can make we can make a lesson out of it even. Okay? And I don't think that was all her fault, because that's what them people who was behind the scenes was pushing these artists to do. More demonic, sacrificial stuff, Then the Brat came out. The Brat was dope, man. Dope. I love the Brat.
y'all see how these bogus bitches try not to notice the dopest sisters approaching with good intentions, but kissing on their riches if it's too hot to get that ass about the kitchen. Listen carefully. I don't give a damn if you don't care.
Man, we have real live artistry, like these, like they really put thought and creation into their performances. The choreography was on point. The theme was on point. Don't nothing look tacky. You know what I'm saying? It's just this is, they all, this is what it was, man. And to see, I ain't even know hip hop on the billboards or something like that. I heard on the Hot 100 or something like that. I think I seen something like that, and it's a reason, because them people that's behind the scenes, they have sucked the life out of it. They don't look like they having fun.
Y'all can't see us from electric turn G's. Yeah. Y'all wanna be us. All right.
They look, man, you could see the, you could see you could see the happiness. You could see the camaraderie. That's the word I'm looking for. You can see that amongst them. That's because Kim was a real girl's girl. And it's sad. It's sad that the next generation that came after her, the queen that was of the next generation that came after her, was a total ice queen. Selfish, narcissistic, and was the total opposite of a girl's girl. She only wanted to be a girl's girl if you was under her thumb, signed to her. But like I said, I love Meg, and Meg, I still believe Meg is the next queen. But I love Lotto too. I love Lotto. So how did we venture off into all of that stuff? Well, I'm about to show you.
You got Nikki with some language for for the couple.
But it's all motherfucking K. Cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch. And Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego? Well, fuck you, nigga.
Child. Listen, I'm saying, and to be up at the premiere of Melania is wild. So, yeah, the internet never forgets. I'm quite sure the content started circulating. They got wind of it. And then it was like, it's possible that they had conversations with her about helping her to expedite her immigration status and getting it on the legal track. But now it's like, we changed our mind. What do y'all think? Do you think that was even a discussion ever? Or do you believe that it was just something that she made up, a figment of her imagination, and they did just give her that as a consolation prize?
I think it could have been. I think that they're playing her. She's the one that's getting played, because if you think that Dumps Camp didn't know, and make sure y'all go check out Beth at Being Beautifully Honest. I watch her commentary. I also watch Lovely T. I watch Beth, Tasha K, and T.S. Madison. So that's who I'll be watching. But I think they're using her. If you think that they didn't know about this, you're crazy. They knew about this. They be knowing. And so, they probably didn't let her know that they knew that they know about this. But They know about it. And like that representative said, it's just a memento, you know? And maybe they told her, maybe they used, some language or whatever to make her think that, oh yeah, they giving me the card, girl. They giving me the card. I'm in there, you know? Cause I really think if it's either like, I don't know, she posted it and didn't think like, it wasn't gonna go viral, or like, cause it's gonna come out like that, what they said. And so I don't know, like, why would you post that? Are you just trying to like, fool people into thinking like, it was a thing when it's really not? Or did you not even know it was a thing? So I think it could have been either way. Either way, though, them people using her, and it is not going to end. Nope, it never do. I mean, it never do end up good for the people that they use. Okay, and a lot of y'all like this lady, right? I'm not down her gifts, whatever is whatever. But I'm telling y'all, a lot of people like this, they be insiders. They already be knowing stuff. They already be knowing stuff. They be highly connected. They already be knowing stuff. I wouldn't even be, and it's no shade, I wouldn't even be surprised if she's Jewish or connected to somebody's Jewish or married to somebody's Jewish. I mean, who's Jewish. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm telling you, and I ain't doubting her gifts or nothing like that, because she could very well have, gifts. But I know what I know too. A lot of times, these people be connected on the inside, big time. That's how they be knowing stuff. This man is a fucking idiot.
Chosen people. The Christian message is universal. There is no chosen people.
He is an idiot. This is classic Esau with his sunburnt ass. Sunburnt skin, pale faced demon. Devil ass worshipping coward. See, I already talked about fucker Carlson. That's what I call him. Fucker Carlson. He is nothing but a coward. See, he hides. He is just like Dump and Joel and all the rest of these guys, right? But see, he's a coward. See, he will see injustice and know things are wrong, but because he doesn't want to get his hands dirty, what he'll go do is speak about stuff like this and say how he's a Christian, but then he'll go vote for somebody who said they weren't a Christian, for somebody who said that they're not going to get into heaven. And I just want fucker Carlson to know, you are going straight to hell with Joel Webbin, with Dump, and the rest of the maggots. That's where you're going. And you're going to see that your theology with your ugly ass, you're going to see that your theology was nothing but lies. And you need to look up the replacement theology. Because all of that, what you just spouted, I'm not going to even let the rest play. All of that, what you just spouted, was the main emphasis of the replacement theology, where the church thinks that God has erased his people. See, people who think like Carlson, they need to read Romans 11. Right here. This is New Testament. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. This is Paul, who was mistaken for an Egyptian. Egyptians were dark-skinned, just like the Israelites, dark-skinned. So this right here tells you that this is a physical bloodline. Seed means sperm. Sperm means physical bloodline. Right here, Carlson, you need to start at verse 13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office, if by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be, but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off, meaning the Israelites, and what happened with the first covenant, that's what that means. And you, Carlson, being a wild caveman, olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and the fatness of the olive tree. Right here. Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. And that is what Tucker Carlson is doing when he says stuff like that. The scriptures are against you, Carlson. But I know you don't read the Bible. I know you don't. Because you are a fork-tongued snake. But like I said, I loved you in the color purple when you played Miss Millie. You know, I talked to one of the people who did, makeup, and she told me that you just showed up, to play Miss Millie. You didn't need no makeup or nothing. So you did a really nice job in that movie. But shut up, because you don't know what you're talking about. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, Carlson, but fear. For if God spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. Because men like you lead the charge in being a pedophile. What you doing in the church, and how you guys literally take out SA insurance. Yeah. And you can read the rest. Y'all boast heavily. When they say stuff like that, they are boasting. And they're going to find out. Men like Carlson is going to find out. You are not welcome. Go with your father to hell. Love you.